Hey everybody, this is Jose Blasco here. We are about to start the session. This is a sound check. Please go ahead and confirm that you hear my voice with a quick message. That would be appreciated. So we are about to start. Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you for that. I am now closing everything and maximizing the introduction slide so we can begin our session today normally as we always do. Welcome to the session, everybody. Today is March 24, 2020. My name is Jose Blasco. I will be your guide, and today we are getting together to do some short-term trading. Okay. Before we start the session, I would like to let you know that I am not in my normal location, given the lockdowns that are happening in places around the world, including where I am right now, where I am confined, and therefore the quality of my internet connection may not be as good as normal, as well as we may even have, I hope not, but we may have an interruption. So if we were to have any interruption of any sort, just bear with me. I will be back, and everything should be okay. But just for you to know, and for that reason, today I will not turn on the camera. So it will be just my voice, if that's okay, just in case too much streaming was to be problematic, given again I'm not in my normal location, and that creates a little bit of uncertainty, and I want to make sure the session is as smooth as possible. So having said all of that, a disclaimer, and we begin. Disclaimers: the following video clips demonstrations are for educational and instructional purposes only. Tradictive provides these videos purely for the purpose of demonstrating a method of using the product. Users understand that all the content used in the video is purely for demonstration purposes only and is not a guide and does not provide any indication or prediction of actual results. As a user, you understand and agree that hypothetical results obtained through demonstration do not indicate in any way the results you may receive on using our products. And this is the introduction, and therefore the session is now officially introduced. So we are in our get-together session, ready to identify market opportunities for intraday trades, if you wish. So as always, a quick summary of what we have on the screen right now. We have on the left futures markets, in the middle Forex markets, majors to be precise, on the right Forex markets, minors as well. Okay, so in the middle the majors, on the right the majors, the minors, and on the left the futures. So also we kind of go from lower time frame to higher time frame from left to right. So if you look at the markets that we have on the upper left, which is crude oil, the euro, the S&P futures, gold, and the Nasdaq, those are 15-minute time frame. If you go down, the yen and the natural gas is 60 minutes. If you go down a bit more, lean hogs is 240 minutes. So we are dealing with lower to higher time frames, and same thing happens as we move to the right, 60 minutes to 240 to daily, and on the very right we start with 240 and we go all the way to daily. Okay, so all of those are the time frames that we have. Auto climate applied to a radar screen is quite convenient in the sense that it's looking for opportunities for us automatically, and that makes our life easy to be able to do what we want to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to change the page settings to have the sorting active, which I notice is not active at the moment. So I want my condition, and I want this to refresh every 60 seconds, for example. So we're going to do this. For the one in the middle as well, I'm going to do the same thing. So format settings, page, let's sort based on condition, and we want this to be every 60 seconds. I think I said minutes earlier, I meant seconds. And here on the right, we're gonna go for settings, page, and do the same thing. We want the condition to be sorting, and we want this to be like every 60 seconds, every minute is good enough. Okay, good. So we have all that on the screen. I want to have a quick look to the chat box. So Charles, very good. Three, very nice. Bojan, good to see you, my friend. Ahmad, good to see you all. Wonderful, perfect. So let's continue. Okay, I should say let's begin. So futures markets right now are not bringing us any opportunity as of now, because all the opportunities that are marked with a golden color happen to come with the word hopeful. Okay, hopeful, which means that we've been traveling for too long based on stats in that climate direction. Okay, so for example, the euro has been traveling 8 candles in a direction that based on stats should be 4. In other words, we are dealing with markets that are stretched, and it may be late for us to enter those markets in those directions, and therefore we're just going to leave them alone as of now. Of course, when looking at the clock, okay, when looking at the time, we know every 15 minutes, okay, last time it was when it was 30, next time it will be when it's 45. So we got 10 minutes to wait. So all of these, all of those 15-minute climates will update, and we may be presented with new opportunities that are not available yet. Okay, so we will see if that's the case or not. But at the moment in time, it doesn't look like it, and so we'll just wait. Okay, we just need to have our rules to be met for us to take a trade. If not, we simply don't trade, isn't it? Okay, so then I'm just gonna go into the next radar screen and now begin analyzing the forex markets. Okay, and starting with the majors in a 60-minute climate, we do have a near sensible opportunity with the Kiwi 60-minute time frame for our climate identification. Okay, so I'm just gonna come in here, load NZDUSD. So this is gonna be our Kiwi. And in the 60-minute time frame, yes, true it is that you can see here's the Kiwi. You can see the climate, it's a blue dot, 2 candles out of 5, okay, 2 out of 5. And that means that we are in a right position, as the red screen suggested, to take a trade. And also, the current price is very close to where the average is. Okay, so in that sense, we do have a valid climate setup. Okay, now when going from 60 minutes to 8 minutes, okay, another way to say that is when moving from the common time frame into the edge time frame. Okay, so we're gonna turn on AutoUFO to see if we have UFOs lining up with the average that would allow us to plan and execute a trade. So I got 57.95, okay, 57.95, and if I zoom in on the upper chart, okay, 57, so 95, it's in the middle of this UFO. Okay, so 57.95 is in the middle of this UFO. Oh, sorry for that, here we go. So this is 57.95 more or less. Okay, so it's right below the current price. Okay, the current price is it's just a little above that, it's just right there. Okay, so if this falls just a little bit, you are indeed hitting the EMA. Okay, and we may start having a bounce to the upside. But certainly being already inside of the UFO, it is actually time to take the trade, and you can take the trade manually anywhere inside the UFO. So we can actually execute this trade right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the order panel so we can plan on this trade to the long side better. Okay, so right now, if we were to take it right now, it would be around 99. I will want to set my stop loss below 89, right? So I want to use the reference of 89, and we add 5 pips, right? So it's going to be 84. That is 15 pips of risk, okay? Let's say I'm going to go with a risk of $100. So that would be 66 micros to take this trade, okay? 66 micros, okay? And from a target point of view, I will turn on auto UFOs on the common time frame, maximize this chart, and see where is the next red UFO that seems to be located quite far actually at 0.6018. Okay, so this is looking like a very, very powerful trade. It's a 14 to 1. You are risking 15 pips in order to make 219 pips. That looks very, very nice, but I'm sure, especially for the ones of you that have been in the sessions for a while, I'm sure that you remember the millions of times I said when something looks too good to be true. It may be too good to be true in the sense that you may probably end up leaving this trade somewhere in the middle of the move without reaching 0.6018, and probably the markets just moves and moves and moves, and probably what will happen is that you will end up exiting somewhere in the middle as you trail stop and manage the trade based on the management rules we have. Okay. By the way, as we were speaking, the price of this currency went up to 58.04, so it's going up actually. So we are kind of missing the trade. So I'm gonna have to place a limit order at 58.02. Okay, 50 actually 03. We're gonna make it 03. The entry is 50 58. Let me write it down. So the normal price, just based on what we see on the chart, would be 58,004. We always need to adjust this to the 4 decimal place, and because it's a buy order, it would be 1, and then because we are 2, it would be 3. Okay, so that's why I use the buying price on the left to be on the right, sorry, to be 58.3, 0.583. Okay, that's why. So the current price is 04. So if I place the order now, I'm not gonna get filled. But it's a limit order, so it's fine to have it in the system. So if we get filled, we're gonna get to see the trade running. Okay, so the order is in right now. Okay, in normal cases, okay, let me show. Where are you? Okay, so let me come in here. I want to show trading. I want to show orders. Okay, I want to show orders. So you can see my orders here. I got a buy limit, I got the stop, and then the target is much, much higher, all the way up there at 60.18. Okay, so this is my trade. Okay, and it's all ready to be executed as long as the price drops by a little bit, and we'll be able to see this trade working. Okay, so we just need this to fall by a little bit. It hasn't happened yet. Okay, in any case, how are you, Marianto? Good to see you. So in any case, I was going to say something. I believe I just lost my chain of thought. I'm sure it will come back, but anyway, yeah, so probably was related to trade management. Well, as I said, we have an opportunity to enter here, but being so far away the target, the probability of reaching that target it's much less. Okay, so in any case, the trade is there, and we have it. So back to the red screen. And by the way, feel free to comment, or if you have any question, feel free to type on the chat box. I'll be checking all the time, and anything, I'll be more than happy to answer you guys. Ray, how are you, Ray? Good to see you. So anyway, so back to the red screen. What do we have? Okay, so a few minutes from now, okay, we may have a change of climate on gold. Okay, we may have a change of climate on gold. I know that because of the negative value on the ATR spread. So it's not confirmed yet, but we may, okay, have a change of climate. So we'll see. If that's the case, we'll jump immediately into trying to do a trade with gold. In the meantime, the New Zealand dollar US dollar is already set up. So the next one I would like to check is the US dollar Canadian dollar. Okay, US dollar Canadian dollar. But that one, notice that it's gonna be done using a 4-hour time frame. Okay, 4-hour time frame instead of 60 minutes, which is the case of the Kiwi that we did before. Okay, so we're gonna go for 240-minute time frame. So let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at the US dollar Canadian dollar. Okay, US dollar Canadian dollar. And by the way, we are not going to be looking at the charts on the left now. Okay, we don't need to look at the charts on the left anymore. We will be focusing on the charts in the middle. Okay, so I'll turn on the UFOs where the focus should be. Okay, we're looking at the 240-minute time frame for the climate, 21 for the entries. Okay, so what do we have from a climate point of view? It's one thick dot, 1 out of 6. Okay, so this is the beginning of the climate. We have an EMA located at 144.59, and 59 really is somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. Now, if this market falls and falls and falls and comes here, the EMA will come down a little bit, but I'm not sure the EMA will fall as low as 46. So this is one of those cases where really for me to plan a trade here, I need to set myself an alert, maybe somewhere around here. I will just set myself an alert, and if price comes here, alert me, create 1, 2, 3. So the alert is created. You can see the dotted line with a little triangle here. Okay, that's the alert. And if the US dollar Canadian dollar comes that low, so then I'll be able to go ahead and reevaluate the trade, because I will be able to see, sorry for that, I will be able to see the new value for the EMA. But right now I don't know what that value will be. Okay, so I would expect it to be a little below 144.60, but I'm not sure if it's going to be as low as 144.46, and I need that. Okay, so that one I cannot plan it as of yet. So back to the radar screen. And by the way, we are seconds away. We're 20 seconds away from an update. So we are about to see an update here. Let's see what's going to happen with gold. Gold really is going to be the most critical one, even though 001 ATR, 004 ATR away. So it's not sure what the climate is going to be here. It's may still be red. We'll see. Yeah. So gold is still red, still unconfirmed. Okay, so nothing has changed. Okay, nothing has changed, even though with the update, it looked like for a second it was going to change, but in the end it didn't. Okay, so and crude oil still hopeful, and everything else is still hopeful or far, because we had a sensible one with the yen, but it's far, it's not near. Okay, so no future trades as of now with the time frames that we have, and therefore we're gonna continue working on the currencies. Okay, so we look at the New Zealand dollar. Okay, we looked at that one already. And oh, by the way, it seems that the price went down. So I want to take a look at the Kiwi, because we should be filled on the Kiwi, isn't it? If I remember correctly, my entry price. Okay, yes. So you can see the word entry is gone. We only have the word stop. Okay, so I can actually go ahead and show the position. Okay, and now you can see the position here, the real-time position that is currently losing $17 with a 66 micro lot position that we have. And depending on what's going to happen, this will either hit the stop and lose 100 for us, or go back up and make a profit for us. So we'll keep watching this position since we took it together here. And by the way, if any of you is in this trade, I would also like to know, out of curiosity. Okay, but right now, if I turn on the UFOs, you can see we are in the UFO, so everything is working according to plan. Even though we got a little bit of negative PNL hitting us, it's a normal part of entering a trade. The beginning life of a trade, it's normally like that. Okay, so let's continue. So back to the radar screen. Okay, we have the Aussie dollar as well that is giving us an opportunity with the 60 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the AUDUSD. So AUDUSD. So what do we have? 2 candles in the climate. Climate that should be 7. So 2 out of 7. That's good. The EMA is currently 59.26. So I'm looking at 59.26 being somewhere around here. okay, somewhere around there. And the question is, do we have a UFO there? Yes or no? Actually, is lower. Yeah, 26 is right here. That's 26. Okay, so this is 59.30. So 26, it's obviously right below. So yes, we do have an EMA which is enveloped by this beautiful UFO that we have right here. So we're gonna do the same thing we did before. We're gonna start planning the trade to see if we get to a good ending point. So 59.33, that would be your entry. Very nice, Ahmad and three. You guys are in the trade. Fantastic, wonderful. Love the teamwork. So 59.33, that is the value we have. We have to adjust it to 4 decimal places first. So that will make it 31 because it's a buy order. And then we add 2 because it's a buy order. So that would be 33. Okay. So that would be our buying price. The stop below 59.11.4. So 59.11.4. So that would be the reference line. So we need to adjust to 4 decimal places because it's a sell stop. We adjust it down. So it's not going to be 12. It's going to be 11. Okay, so 59.11. And also because it's a stop, we're going to have to add additional 5 pips breathing space given the decentralized nature of Forex. So that would be it. So we're talking about a 27 pip risk trade. If you wanted to take the trade with $100, that would be 37 micros in this particular trade. And then from a target point of view, okay, we're going to turn on AutoUFOs on the 4-hour time frame, okay, and see what we have. Okay, so the target would be located, as you can see there with the red UFO, at 60.62. Okay, 60.62, which is that UFO right there. Okay, 60.62. Okay, so what type of trade are we dealing with? Okay, well, this trade, to be honest, seems much more what I would call reasonable compared to the trade with the Kiwi. Okay, and by the way, careful with taking this trade together with the one with the Kiwi if you are in both trades. Okay, because those are normally quite correlated markets. Not always, but normally they are. And therefore, if you were to take both trades, you probably end up with 2 profits or 2 losses. And 2 losses would mean that you just lost the double of what you thought you would. So therefore, the recommended action in cases like this would be to take the trade with half of the size for the Kiwi and half of the size for the Aussie dollar. Okay, and you can see there is a lot of strength coming in the US dollar that is probably pushing the Australian dollar down, probably the Kiwi as well. We'll come back in just a minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna place an order here, okay, to enter this trade. So 1, 2, 3. So here's the order in. So here's the buy limit, which is here in. Did I make a mistake with the buying price? I may have made a mistake with the buying price. Let me see this very quickly. So I don't want to show the last value. Sorry, I do want to show the last value. I don't want to show the symbol last value. So 59.35. Yeah, so I got filled on this trade already. So no, actually I didn't get filled. Yeah. So okay, let me cancel this. Okay, I just made a mistake here, guys. I didn't have the right input. I think that for whatever reason, I think that either I didn't type the price correctly or something happened. So 35.1, that would be 36, and then that would be 38. Yeah, I never got to do this. Okay, so I'm kind of using muscle memory here, and I never got to do this. So 59.06, and then the final target, I need to recheck that. It's a shame because we would probably be in this trade already. So let me see. Target was 60.62, correct? Remember now. Good. So that was the trade with 35.08. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm just gonna place an order to buy. Okay, go back to where I was. Guys, and I just made 2 mistakes in a row. I'm not sure why it just happened here. Let me close the position. Made a mistake here, guys. So 35. What did I just type here? 59, 36, right? And 2 is 38. And that's 06, and that's 62. All of this is fine. So I'm not sure what I have done, but certainly I did input this value the wrong way, human error. I'm sure that by watching the YouTube video, it's probably easy to see. Yeah, so in any case, yeah, I'm just gonna place the, notice how the button just went away because the current price, it's basically, giving me a fill. So let me click buy now, and I should get fill right now. Okay, here we go. Now I got it right. So I got the right price. Again, human error typing the price earlier. I got my stop below the UFO, and my final target, which is located all the way there at 60.62 on the top. Okay, so this is a trade which is around 5 to 1. I didn't have time to comment on that because I was kind of rushing a little bit. I didn't want to miss it. And it's kind of like a 5 to 1. So it's a nice trade in that sense. But again, it's a pretty far target. Now 5 to 1 is certainly more reasonable than 14 to 1 earlier on the Kiwi. But yeah, it's certainly further away. Okay, so what happened, or what's happening to the Kiwi trade? So we're still in the Kiwi trade, still showing a little bit of negative P&L. Okay, good news is that the Kiwi is now, reacting to its on-field orders. We also have the EMA doing that job, and together at the same time, a correlated market, which is the Aussie dollar, it's also doing the same thing, reacting to the UFOs, reacting to the EMA, etc., etc. Okay, so I mean, we should see some sort of a movement in our direction. That is good. Um, but two things, okay? And I did all of this quickly because I wanted to put it together, so we have a little bit of action here. But two things. One, I said it already. Number one, we should not be entering trades which are 100% correlated. I mean, it's not like 100%, but I think like 80+% correlated, the Aussie and the Kiwi. So we should not be entering with full size. We should be entering those trades with half of the size each. That's comment number one. And comment number two, as you can see, I am taking this trade as one entry stop on one target. I'm not using a safety target here, which I've done it because again, I'm running the session today from a different location. Right now, I have no option to show my phone on the screen, so I was not able to execute the way I normally do. So I'm just doing it with TradingView, and I just wait for entry stop on target. Now, the proper way to do this, okay, as you have seen million times me do it, okay, would be to set your final target, okay, final target, which we said is 0.6062. Okay, we also said we wanted our long entry. Sorry, our safety target is going to be in between. Then the long entry would be below. Okay, which the long entry is 0.5938. Okay, and the stop loss was 0.5906. So if you think about the distance between 06 and 38, okay, this is 32 pips. So if you add 32 pips, okay, that will bring your safety target up, okay, to a location which is equal distance, isn't it? And that's going to be 0.59, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 70, correct? Is it correct? Yes, it's correct. So 70. So 38 is the entry, 06 the stop, 70 safety target, and then the final target is 62. Okay, again, I didn't look into the safety target in this trade because of what I just said about TradingView and not being able to show my phone on the screen as of today. Okay, but in any case, we'll be monitoring this trade and see what's happening. Okay, yeah, we have a little bit of a challenge here with on-field orders to sell showing up. Still, it's only -11, -12, so not that big as a deal. We still got the EMA below for the Aussie, and with the Kiwi, let's see how is it looking like. With the Kiwi is looking a little bit more challenging with 40 something, but again reacting to the EMA with the right climate. So again, the trade is doing what the trades do when they begin, and we will see what happens. Just keep in mind that those trades, I am not using a safety target for that reason. Okay. So chat box. Let me take a look. Paul Nicholson, how are you, Paul? Hi everyone, I'm new to trading with UFOs, first time in the session. Thanks, Jose. Well, my pleasure to have you, and welcome to the group. This is a real pleasure. And you are in the Aussie trade, Ahmad and Paul. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so let the trade play out. Okay, and in the meantime, we go back to our radar screen, looking for other opportunities that may arise. So in the futures markets, nothing new. We will have an update on the climate in 2 minutes from now. It does look like we may have something now because we got three climates, with negative values for the 8-year spread. So we may have a change of climate. We don't know until we know. So we have to wait 2 minutes now to know that. Going back to spot forex, so the euro is non-confirmed, so we don't touch it. And the US dollar, Canadian dollar is also giving us an opportunity on the 60-minute time frame that was not before. So let's take a look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, US dollar, Canadian dollar. So what do we have? Climate. This is 4 out of 6. So certainly a valid time to get in the blue climate. Let me disable the UFOs here. We don't need it at the moment. EMA 144.62. Okay, so 144.62 it's actually below that UFO. Okay, so we don't have a valid setup with the CAD on the 60-minute time frame. Okay, so we will leave it alone and back to the red screen. Okay, back to the red screen. So what else do we have? So we do have an opportunity to check the euro on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so I'm going to do that very quickly, and then we'll go back to see the other ones. Euro US dollar. So euro US dollar, we got in the 4-hour time frame, we got candle number 4 out of 5. So still on time to take a trade. EMA 107.82. So 107.82. Let's turn on AutoUFOs and see if we have something. 107.82 is above that UFO. It's above that UFO. Yeah. So we don't have an opportunity there to take this trade. Okay. So nothing with the euro, at least for now. Okay. So out of curiosity, AUDUSD, what's going on? Doing its thing. NZDUSD, what's going on? Approaching the stop. Okay, we are $64. Remember, the stop is 100. So still fighting it. The New Zealand dollar there with the climate and so on. Oh, but wait a minute. We just had a change of time, and notice what just happened with the New Zealand dollar. You guys see that? Okay, we just had a change of climate. Okay, so change of climate is one of our rules. When we have a change of climate, we need to cancel the trade. And that's going to be a cancellation for a negative P&L, $44. But, I'd rather close this trade, lose 44, instead of being exposed to an opposite climate and then lose full 100. So I'm out of the trade. The New Zealand dollar trade was not successful. And what's going to happen to the Australian dollar? The Australian dollar trade still looks okay, where the climate has propagated one more candle, 3 blue dots. So let's leave the trade alone, and we'll see it play out. Okay, so for the ones of you that were on the New Zealand, you should be exiting the trade. For the ones of you with the Australian dollar trade, we are still in. Paul, is there a way to reproduce the red screen in TradingView? Unfortunately, there is no way. Okay, there is no way, and to be honest, it's not that needed. Even though I personally do appreciate very much that functionality, but there is no way to do it on TradingView given the fact that there is no red screen. Okay. Yeah. By the way, Paul, if you haven't in the YouTube channel, you can take a look at the sharpening sessions. I think that the one before the last that we did was on TradeStation tips. Take a look at that one because you can get TradeStation basically for free, and AutoClimate is a free app. So there are ways for you to get it, okay, and it's not that problematic. So take a look at that video because I explain it there, so that way I can continue with the session here. So what do we have? Gold. Okay, gold futures is now giving us a near sensible opportunity. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open the workspace that we have for gold, okay, but also because this is a commodity and there is a lot of changes at times with contracts that expire in a very regular basis. It's not like equities where expirations are every 3 months. So it's always recommended to come to this website or any other source of information that you like and check which is the current month, which seems to be the J. Okay, seems to be the J. And yes, it is. The highest volume of interest, it's happening with the J. Okay, so J is the letter we're looking for, and J, it's the one I have here. Okay, so I am using the right symbol. It's always important to confirm that one. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have. I think it's going to be a tough one. Okay, and unfortunately, this is a trade that is likely to work very well, but it looks like we may not be able to take it. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so first, climate. We have blue dot. Okay, one candle. Let me do this again. So we have, okay, so we have one candle in the climate, okay, out of 6. So certainly a very good time to potentially ride a move for 6 more candles to the upside. Okay, so we want that. Okay, what else? We have the EMA located at 16524. Okay, so 524 is, I would say, somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. So let's be precise. Where is 524? Is more or less here. Okay, so if the market comes there, we're 4 points away, we may be hitting that UFO. If not, 524 is certainly inside that UFO. But what's my concern? My concern is the bottom part is 51.3. So what is the top part of this one? The top part of this one is 51.9. Okay, 51.9. And obviously 51.3 is basically somewhere inside that UFO. So if I was to take this trade based on this UFO, I will need to connect this UFO with that one, and therefore my risk would start at the top of the UFO, which is, let's call it 54, all the way to the bottom of that one, which is 38.4. In other words, my risk is humongous in this trade with so many piles of buy on field orders on top of each other, which that, let's face it, increases the probability of the trade to work well, but kills my trade from a point of view of risk management, because now my safety target is going to be so far away that from safety purposes I lost the safety. Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry for that. I'm back with you guys. So, Marianne, so I have already all tools, same like you, Jose, and start more practice. Thanks for your methodology. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Marianto. It's very nice of you to say that. And yeah, very, very nice to hear. And but the thing I like the most about what you said is that now you are ready for more practice. Okay, so which basically shows me how serious you are about this, and you're ready to put time and effort. Okay, that's the key, and I'm very, very happy to see that. Anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to close gold, because obviously, even though the chart does give you a setup, the setup is not going to be valid. Okay, and natural gas also flashed an opportunity, but is hopeful. Okay, so we're not going to take it, while crude oil and the euro are flashing an opportunity which is near, but unfortunately the climate is not confirmed. That's why we got the gray color here on the left. Okay, so basically the only trade we could took during these 15 minutes in futures was the gold trade, and the gold trade doesn't work. So we're gonna have to come back in 9 minutes from now and take a look and see if that is better or not. Okay. Okay, so back to Forex. So what do we have? So the Australian dollar is trying to fight back up. Okay, it's finding a little bit of help from the EMA, as you can see. Climate is pushing, on-fielders are pushing. We are -6 at the moment, so it's looking nice. It's just looking like it normally looks like when you start a trade. So nothing to comment. It's just a normal thing. So we're gonna continue working on other trades. And one that just showed up here is the Swiss franc. Oh, wait a minute, not confirmed as a climate, so we forget about this one. Then on the 4-hour time frame, the euro, we said no. The US dollar CAD, we said no before. So basically, I am done with the majors. Okay, and now I'm gonna move into the minors. And starting with the 4-hour climate, we got the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. So let's take a look at the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. So CAD okay, Canadian dollar Swiss franc. This is an opportunity for us to short. This is 6 out of 8 candles. Okay, EMA located at 67.78. So the question is, do we have unfilled orders at this price? And we don't. Okay, we don't. We have buy on field orders. We don't have sell on field orders, and that's a down climate. Okay, so we don't want to buy in a down climate. So Canadian dollar Swiss franc does not gives us a valid opportunity. So we go for the next one, which is the pound Aussie. So pound Aussie, right there. So what do we have with the pound Aussie? Okay, we have an opportunity. Okay, but here's when different data feeds sometimes make a little bit of a difference. Okay, so notice how